deep in the mountains of Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan, lies a place so terrifying that even the government pretends it doesn't exist, a place where time stands still and the laws of man no longer apply. This is not fiction. This is the story of Inunaki Village, where the Japanese constitution holds no power. The legend speaks of a village lost in time, hidden deep within the Inunaki Mountains. Locals say those who go searching for it never return, or worse, return, changed. Devices stop working, compass needles spin, and when night falls, the forest comes alive. But this isn't just an urban myth. Inunaki Village was real, once, before it vanished, swallowed by a dam construction project in the 1980s. Its residents evacuated, but whispers say some stayed behind. Today, all that remains is the infamous Inunaki Tunnel, a decaying relic carved into the side of the mountain. Locals avoid it, and those who enter speak of screams that echo, of cold air that breathes on your neck, and of eyes watching from the dark, but fiction turned to nightmare. In 1988, a young man was lured into that tunnel by 5 teenagers. They beat him, tortured him, and finally burned him alive. His screams echoed into the valley, but no one came. No one ever comes. Since that night, travelers claim the tunnel is haunted. A woman's voice cries for help. A man's scream loops endlessly. Visitors report icy hands grabbing them and phones dying at 100% battery. Some even say, the boy is still in there, burning. Authorities seal the tunnel, concrete blocks, fences, warnings, but thrill seekers still go, drawn by curiosity or something darker. Some return with stories, others never return at all. Some believe the tunnel leads beyond the forest to the real Inunaki Village, hidden in a fold of time, ruled by its own laws, where the constitution is a joke and murder is a way of life. If you're ever in Fukuoka and you see a path leading into the mountains and your GPS begins to fail, turn back, because some places were never meant to be found. In a quiet London suburb during the 1970s, something unimaginable took hold of an ordinary home. Furniture moved on its own. Children levitated, and voices, deep, inhuman voices, spoke from thin air. This is not a horror movie. This is one of the most documented paranormal cases in history. This is the story of the Enfield Poltergeist. It began in August of 1977. The Hodgson family, single mother Peggy and her 4 children, lived in a modest home at 284 Green Street. Life was difficult but normal, until the knocking began. At first, it was subtle. Knocks, footsteps, whispering in the walls. But soon, furniture began to move. Chairs tipped over by unseen hands, drawers flung open violently. And then, Janet, the 11-year-old daughter, began to levitate. Janet began speaking, in a voice that wasn't hers, deep, male. "My name is Bill," it said. "I used to live here, and I died in that chair." Skeptics called it ventriloquism. But the voice came when her mouth was shut. The story caught media attention. Reporters, skeptics, and investigators came and went. Among them, Ed and Lorraine Warren, famed demonologists, arrived to investigate. What they witnessed, they called demonic. Photographs captured Janet mid-air, thrown across her bedroom. Tape recordings caught chilling voices and poltergeist activity. Even hardened skeptics had no answers, and the haunting only grew darker. As the months passed, the attacks became violent. Janet was thrown, scratched, and nearly suffocated. Furniture crashed in the middle of the night. Cold winds howled through closed windows. And always, the voice of Bill laughed in the dark. Eventually, they traced Bill to a real man, Bill Wilkins, who had died years earlier in the very house, in the same chair the voice described. Coroner's records matched, down to the cause of death, a brain hemorrhage, after nearly 2 years of torment. The activity began to fade. Janet grew older. The poltergeist quieted. But even today, she claims it was all real. Every word, every voice, every levitation. Skeptics still debate the case. Was it real? Or was it a child's cry for attention? But those who entered that house never came out the same, because sometimes the dead do not rest, and some homes remember everything. In the golden sands of Rajasthan, amidst the ruins of ancient empires, lies a village frozen in time, a place where no one has lived for over 200 years, a place so cursed that even today, no soul dares to stay the night. This is the story of Kuldhara, India's cursed village. Centuries ago, Kuldhara was a thriving settlement, home to over 1,500 Paliwal Brahmins, wealthy, educated, and prosperous. They built temples, wells, and schools. But wealth often attracts eyes full of greed. The legend begins with a man named Salim Singh, a ruthless and powerful Diwan of Jaisalmer. He had eyes not on gold, but on a young girl from Kuldhara. And what he wanted, he always got. When her father refused to give her hand, the Diwan issued a chilling ultimatum: comply or face destruction. The villagers were left with an impossible choice. Then, one night, under the cover of darkness, the entire village vanished. Not just Kuldhara, but 84 nearby villages, all gone without a trace. No screams, no blood, just silence. Before they left, the villagers placed a curse that no one would ever live in Kuldhara again. And for 200 years, no one has. Over the years, people tried to settle in Kuldhara. Homes rebuilt, farms replanted, but they never stayed long. Accidents, illness, death. One by one, they fled, and the village remained empty. Ghost hunters and thrill seekers come in droves. Cameras fail. Footsteps echo with no one there. Visitors report voices whispering in forgotten languages, and cold hands grabbing them in 45-degree heat. Kuldhara is now a heritage site, but no one stays after sunset. Locals still refuse to enter, and some say the villagers are still here, watching, waiting. If you ever find yourself in the deserts of Rajasthan and stumble upon the ruins of Kuldhara, listen closely. You might just hear the whispers of the vanished, and if you stay too long, you might join them.